What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Charting Crypto live stream. We're going to be going over quite a bit of coins today, doing some live stream technical analysis on coins and requested coins from you guys here. But first, we're going to take a look at BTC. BTC right now is testing this main support area. This is on the day chart. I'm going to chalk it up and draw a fib on it real quick. You can see we're generally retracing to the 786 right now in Bitcoin. Let's zoom in on the day chart, take a little quick look at it. You can see we're bouncing off the support, continuing back down. MACD on the day chart is about ready to flip bearish. So on the day chart, the MACD is about ready to flip bearish. RSI is also tailing down as well. If we zoom out and take a general look at the RSI, this is a general area in which we have been topping out lately on the RSI since we've started this retracement from November 2021. We've been working our way up to 63 on the RSI, and then we've been retracing all the way back down to around 28. And you can see we recently just tagged pretty dang close to 60 on the RSI. And then we're starting to have that retracement back down to the $18,000 range. So for the day chart right now, I'm going to be keeping an eye on this $18,000 range. If we do break below 18, I think the next stop is going to be this general support area. Well, a lot of people are calling 12,000 and then 10,000 as the bottom. I think between 14 and 16 is going to be the bottoms. I still am out of the market. 75% of my funds are back in the market. I have 25% of my funds still on the sidelines waiting to enter. So we're going to be keeping an eye on BTC. I still believe this will be one more large capitulation for BTC. On the day chart, let's zoom in and take a little bit of a closer look. So on the day chart right now, you can see we actually fell, or we actually did fall below the support area. We wicked below it. We didn't hard candle below it yet. Let's zoom in and take a little bit closer look here. We hard candled to it, and we got that bounce at 19,539. We're currently working our way back up. If we look at the MACD right now, the MACD is about ready to flip bullish on the 4-hour chart. The RSI is reset at 25. So I personally think that we're going to start seeing an upwards movement on BTC. I had a buy-in order for Azra, hoping that we would break below the support channel, but we have not broken below that support channel yet. So as of right now, I'm going to be keeping an eye on this 19.3. I'm going to get rid of this fib and chalk it up a little bit right here. So from what it looks like, we actually worked our way and wicked down to the 786. You can see the 786 is right below this main support area, so it's acting as a double support for us. So as of right now, this double support area is going to be pretty difficult to break below for BTC. MACD is about ready to flip bullish. RSI is pretty much reset, or actually almost in the oversold territory. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on a retracement back up to the 618 at 20,000. Then if we break 20,000, we have to get over this 20,475 resistance area. So I think our first stop that we need to keep an eye on for BTC is 20,000 even. We break above that, I think 20,407 is going to be a test zone for us. MACD is about ready to flip bullish. RSI is reset. So every time we've reset on the RSI, we've generally ran up to at least 56. We rarely ran into the overbought category since back here in August. So if we do run back up to around the 56 range, that'll bring us up to the 382 at around 21. I've seen some people saying, hey, we're going to have this really big scam wake up to around 23, and then that's going to be the big capitulation down to the 14, 16. If that happens, that happens. I'm more of a short-term time frame TA person. So with that, I'm going to be keeping an eye on the 618 at 20,000 and working our way back up to 20,475, and then we'll assess the situation at that time. So with that, we're going to jump into quant real quick. So currently on quant right now, we're testing this resistance at $108. You can see the MACD is still growing. RSI is tailing up as well. So what I'm going to be keeping an eye out on here is this test of the 108. We have a lot of resistance here for quant. As you can see, we tested it back here in the past. We didn't break above it here on September 22nd. We barely broke above it here on September 12th, and we're currently heading up to test it one more time. We got more room to run up on the RSI. MACD is still bullish, so I'm going to be keeping an eye on quant going up to around 110. If we break 110, then we could be looking for some higher highs. There was actually a notice put out on crypto.com of limiting people selling and buying quant. There's not enough quant on exchanges, so I'm super bullish on quant. As everyone knows, I'm looking to pick up quant more towards the $60 range if it ever heads back down there again. I was lucky enough to get some at the $49, $50 range back here. I acquired most of my quant down here, so I consider myself lucky at least acquiring it there. But for the short term right now for quant, we're going to be testing a pretty heavy resistance area. We have the 108 main resistance, we have the 382 at $111 resistance, and then a resistance channel back here. And we still are in a downtrend. We really didn't put in a higher high yet. You can see we were putting in lower highs and lower lows, and this is technically lower than this right now. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on this 108. If we break above that, we definitely reverse and we can start being more bullish on quant. So this is what I'm going to be keeping an eye on for quant. I think we're going to be heading up here, doing something like this and seeing that bounce and head back down. I think we're going to be doing a 3 top drop top. We got the 1 top, 2 top, 3 top, and then hopefully we get that drop top. I'm looking to pick up quant on the cheap, but as of right now, quant's bullish. Quant goes against Bitcoin, as you know. So that's quant right now. Oh boy, 1 second. There we go. So with that, we're gonna jump into the next coin. This is a coin I've been keeping an eye on all day. I've been keeping an eye on Azro all day. I've been looking to pick up quite a bit of Azro, but as of right now, I've been trying to pick it up at $1. I have my buying order at $1. We actually wicked down to 101. I was so close to getting it at $1, and it still has not hit $1 yet. We're getting there. So hopefully I'm able to catch that wick down to $1 on Azro. As of right now, on the 4-hour chart, if we look at the 4-hour chart, we're currently getting held up by the 786 right here. We have the MACD still bearish, but we've just been consolidating sideways on the MACD. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on the 786. The 786 breaks, the next stop could be this 96 main support area. You can see we actually wicked down there previously. This is where I bought Azro at $1. And I'm going to continue to buy Azro. It's an up and coming layer 1. Now a lot of people know about this coin. I think it's going to take off in the next bull run. But as of right now for Azro, unfortunately the 4-hour, the RSI is already retraced with us slowly tracing down. So the RSI has room to run. So this might bounce off the 786, and unfortunately my dollar buy-in order wouldn't fill, and we'd be tailing up to the 618 to test that out on the short term. So something like this could definitely be at play on the short term time frame, unfortunately, and then heading up to 112. I really hope I catch one wick down to $1 and it capitulates before it heads back up. But if not, I have patience and I will be holding this for a while until we start retracing back down. So that's on the 4-hour. Let's take a look at the day real quick. I was checking the day out earlier. The cool thing about that is the 4-hour is looking kind of bullish for some upwards movement on L0. But at the day chart just flipped bearish. So on the longer time frame on the day chart, it does look like it wants to head down further. It does look like it wants to head down to $1 eventually. That's why I'm being patient on it, and I'm waiting for Azro to hit that $1 mark. So if we do that bottom to this top right here, that dollar at 94 cents that I was talking about, which was the main support on the 4-hour chart, would be the 786 here. And I think on the day time frame, if we did break that 618, this would be the bounce point for Azro, would be 95, then working its way back up. But if my $1 buy-in order gets filled, I'm going to put one at 75 cents, and I'll just keep DCAing on the way down until I reach my goal of the amount of Azro that I want to hold. But as of right now, I'm mainly focused on getting Azro at $1, and we're really, really close. We're at 103. So that's my prediction on the Azro. That's the day. The day is bearish. The 4-hour is bullish. So the 4-hour looks like it wants to bounce off the 786. But I'm hoping that we catch that wick down to $1 before it reverses back up. What's up? Can you do Chronotech chart, please? Yes, I can. So last time I did Chronotech, looked like was on September 12th. I was saying we need to watch out for the 618 to retracement to the 786 and then a movement up to this resistance. It looks like that actually played out. We actually capitulated below the 786 and had this huge run up. But let's clear this out and start fresh. So time right now is actually looking pretty good. The MACD is still running bullish, barely, but it's still running bullish. RSI has still been on an upswing since the 7th of September. So we still are having this upswing. We're currently getting stopped at 63.35. If you've been following my time predictions, I've been saying $52 is the price that we cannot fall below, or this run is invalid. I've gone over this several times, the repeating of the step up effect and the lengthening cycle of it. So there is a good chance that Azrael pops. I mean, I know I've been saying possibly like 180 plus, and it's still in the cards here, guys. We just have to keep a close eye on it. So let's check this short-term time frame up and see what's going on. Okay, as of right now, it looks like we're getting stopped at that resistance, which I mentioned, and we're currently wicked up to the 382. So the main area that we need to focus on for time right now is the 63.35. We get above 63.35, our next stop is going to be $64 to $65, and that's the price that we really need to keep an eye on. If we get above $65, that's going to be another run up to 70, similar to what we had back here. This was a really nice run up. If you would have bought in on the 14th and just held for that run up right there, that was a 30% run up in one day. That's not bad at all. So we're going to be keeping an eye on 63.35 and then this 382 at 64. So I'd say if it breaks above 65, we would be taking off and we would be touching around $70 in the short-term time frame for Chronotech. The thing that we have to keep an eye on though, the RSI is tailing back up, and these tops on the MACD are getting lower. So we could have a slightly bearish crossover on the MACD, but I don't think it'd be a heavy capitulation. If anything, I could just see us working our way up to the 382 and then come in the back test the 618, which would let us reset on the RSI, pick up some moon juice, pick up some fuel for our ship, and then we could start making another leg up. As of right now, time is still looking bullish, guys. Keep an eye on 52. That's the price we can't fall below. Once we fall below 52, I'm going to stop being bullish on time. But for the short term, the price that we need to keep an eye on is 63.35 and the 382. If we get above $65, I think we'd have another run up towards 70, and then we'll have to monitor that closely because that would bring us into the overbought territory in the RSI, in which case we would have a retracement. So I don't think the blast off is going to happen yet. I think the blast off is really close, but I also said that on August 10th. So right now, I think the most bullish that I see right now is a run up to 70, back test to 382, and then that could be the launch point. But you have to break over this 382 at 65 in order for that to happen. Let's check out Ethereum. What's up, Chef? Chef in the house. Ethereum right now, I had it bouncing off the 786 after this consolidation, but man, was I wrong. That thing shit the bed. Really good. It's actually initiating, you can see the green right here on the RSI saying, hey, it might not be a bad time to accumulate some Ethereum, but we do have this main support at 1390. So I think that 1390 might be the capitulation before we work our way back up on Ethereum. But as of right now, Ethereum, after the merge, just tanked. Yeah, you also have, I'm gonna get rid of this other fib right here. You also have the main 618 right down here as well. So I think it's gonna be very difficult to fall below 14,000 or 1400 or 13.9. I think that is gonna be the bounce point for Ethereum. It already printed, hey, it might be a good time to buy. I just think we'll see that one more push down here on Ethereum to 13.9, and then we'll see a push up to around 15.3. I don't think that could be I don't think that's the catalyst that would push us higher, but as you can see, we are stepping down here. We had that big drop here, worked our way back up, tagged to 382, worked our way down. We're currently working our way to the 618, then run up the test of resistance, and it could just continue like that. I'm not sure, but on the short-term time frame, I'm going to be keeping an eye on 13.9. I think it's definitely going to take 13.9 and then work its way back up to around 1537 to 1550, and just continue the step down effect until something happens. There is no bad news that has came out on the merge yet. That's one thing I mentioned in my previous Ethereum videos. If there's any bad news that comes out on this ETH merge, it's just going to push the market down. Ethereum was outperforming Bitcoin for the longest time, but after the merge, Ethereum isn't really doing that well. And I think right now in the short term, we need to keep an eye on 13.9. I think that's going to be the bounce point for the bottom of the step, and we'll continue the step down effect with a bump back up to around 15, and then we'll assess the situation at that time. Hell yeah, Bloody Friday. I still didn't get my Azrael filled yet. Man. I got all the way down to, it went all the way down to 1011. So Raven, I heard that a lot of the Ethereum miners possibly moved to this coin, Ethereum Classic, and this, I'm not sure if that's true or not, but if you know anything about it, post it in the chats. But as of right now, Raven coin had this really nice run up, this nice step up effect before we tagged out here at 7.5, and we had that huge drop down. Currently right now MACD is starting to cool down. We are starting to move upwards towards a bullish momentum. You can see we were pretty high. We had that three top in the overbought, then we're starting to work our way back down on the RSI. So that's actually a good thing right now, beneficial. You can see we're in between fibs right now, between the 0.5 and the 618. We're currently testing the 0.5 right here at 5.1. I personally think the RSI is going to retrace, and I think we're heading down to the 618 at 4.5. So we're currently at 5 cents. I'd be keeping an eye on 5 cents. If we get rejected there, which it looks like we did or are, the next stop is going to be the 4.5 cents to the 618. So I'm going to be bearish on Ravencoin for right now. Even though the charts are looking bullish, I think we're still going to be working our way down to at least one of these main support areas, the 618 or the main support. I don't think we're going to the main support at 4 cents. I think we're going to be heading down to the 618, in which case we will bounce off that 618 and then work our way back up to the 0.5 here at 5. Like I mentioned earlier in this TA, I think I saw something about Ethereum miners, either quite a few of them are moving to Ravencoin, or some are moving to Ravencoin, some are moving to ETH Classic, but it's not really verified yet. But short-term MACD is not about ready to flip bullish, but it's tailing towards the bullish crossover. Yo, MH, welcome to the Charting Crypto OG Club. Thank you for becoming a member. I really, really appreciate it.
A cold storage wallet that protects your crypto and secures your private keys offline, thanks to the secure element.
Awesome, man. That's great. So as of right now, the 0.5 is what we need to keep an eye on, but I think we're going to be capitulating back down to the 618, and then we'll test that. We'll monitor that. So I'm going to be bearish on Ravencoin. Let's keep an eye on approximately another 8% drop on Ravencoin. I think that's going to be the case. 8% drop, and then working our way back up, something similar to that. And then we'll assess the situation at that time. But in the longer time frame, it's going to be bullish. It's going to be bullish eventually. This is on the 4 hour. We'll jump to the day real quick. Dissect that a little bit, see what the day chart holds. So the day chart, on the day chart, you can see we still are bullish. The MACD is about ready to have a bearish crossover. So on a longer time frame, unfortunately, it's looking bearish. But like I said, the 618's down here at 4.5. You also have a main support in the day at 4.7. But inevitably, I do think we're going to be tagging that before we see some sort of reversal. So I'm going to be seeing some downwards momentum for RVM before we start moving our way back up. So keep an eye on the 618 at 4.5. I think that should be the next stop. So what has been pumping? Let's see. Let me refresh this. Let's any coin's been ripping today, or is everything just shit in the bed? So Terra Classics up 17.8. Luna's up 4.9. All the Terra coins are leading today in the top 100. That's crazy. All the Terra coins. Let's take a look at Luna. So Luna looks like the last time I charted it was the 12th of September. When dump soon, very soon. Back in September, I said we need to keep an eye on the 618 down here. I started. It looks like we actually had it. We tagged the 618, got rejected the 0.5, and had this huge red candle all the way down to the small support channel at 265. So let's clean this up and start fresh. As of right now, MACD's definitely reset. We just flipped bullish on this coin right now. So could we have another run up? It's very possible, but let's do a little bit of TA on this bad boy. You see, we recently broke back above the 786 and we're tailing back up. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on the 618. I definitely think we could be seeing $4 here for LUNC. RSI definitely has room to run. You can see previously when we were this low on August 29th, we ran into the overbought territory on the RSI, which flagged, hey, it's a good time to take opportunity, which was correct, and then it started retracing. For the short term right now, I think we might be seeing $4 here. If the 786 holds, 786 hold, we see this bounce right here. I think $4 is going to be the next stop. If this breaks though, there's really no support until you get back down to $1.91, no matter how I draw it. I mean, I could probably extend this fib a little bit more to get some leeway, but none of these fibs are valid right there. This is the valid fib right now that we're going off of. So yeah, LUNC, if we stay above the 786 at $3 and you start seeing it move up from $3, it looks like if it starts moving up from $3, the next stop is going to be the 618 here at 4. So it looks like we want to approximately move up around, that's a 32% pump, which isn't unlikely for this coin at all. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on a move up, and that would still maintain this bearish downwards movement that we've had. You can see this was a high back here, 650. And we tagged out right here, we're making lower highs and lower lows. That still would be a lower high if we went up to the 618, so it still would keep that bearish downtrend valid. I don't really do long-term TAs, but if I was going to do a long-term TA on this, I would consider it tagging the 618, then retracing back down to the $2 range just to complete the step down effect. Usually things in crypto happen in threes, you know, the 3 top, drop top, 3 top, bottom top. So we can have a 3 top and then capitulation down to 191. That's a longer term time frame. I don't do longer term time frames, so take that with a grain of salt. I do short term time frames if then. So 786 is the price we need to keep an eye on at $3. If you start seeing it grow from $3, the next stop should be 4. There's no other area for it to stop until we get to $4 if we start moving up from 3. Yeah, this is what I'm thinking is going to be happening. So keep an eye on that 30% pump up for Luna, and then we can do LUNC. We'll check out Luna Classic. We'll hit all the Luna coins up. Obviously, I was wrong there. LUNC is still doing that step down effect. We have not put in a higher high yet. MACD is bullish. RSI is starting to tail back up. You can see we're currently getting stopped at the 786 right now at 316. That's the price we need to keep an eye on. The 786 area. You can see we got rejected. Even though the RSI is low, you can see we still have been making step down effects. So we could see that one more push down here to test the support area before we start working our way back up. So I am actually, even though it's showing a bullish sign right here in the MACD being low, I'm going to be bearish on this. I guess it's just a bearish night. So 786 is the price to keep an eye on at 312, 316. You see it break above the 786. The next stop would be the 618 at 378. If we get rejected here and this candle starts growing larger, which would still validate this downtrend, that would be approximately a 20%, 22% drop back down. So 786 is going to be the storyteller here at 3160. As you can see, it's an inverse hammer candle right now, which is bearish. So, and the next candle starts in approximately 5 minutes. So I'm going to think the next candle is going to print red, and we're going to be starting to work our way back down to the support at 237, or yeah, 23, this general support area. The LUNC is bearish. So with that, let's check out US. USTC. And USTC is following the other Luna coins with the step down. We did just have a bullish crossover, and the RSI definitely reset at 25. So this movement upwards, we do have some resistance to get over. We have a resistance at 3.8. We had the 786 resistance at 4.3, and then we had the main resistance at 4.5. The way that the MACD has been looking, we really haven't had large runs on the MACD. You can see we had that 3 top in the overbought territory, which printed, hey, it's a good time to take some profit before we retraced. We had the 1, 2, 3, and then the large retracement right here. So we're definitely reset to run. Could this be the launch for it? It's possible, but we just have to keep a close eye on it. So as of right now, I'm going to be keeping an eye on the main resistance area at 3.8. I think this thing could possibly top out at the 786 right here at 4.4. That would print a higher high, which would reverse this downtrend right here. So out of all the UST, all the Luna coins, I think just normal Luna is going to be the bullish. This is the second bullish one, and then Luna Classic is going to be the most bearish one. So as of right now for USTC, it just started flipping bullish, but there's quite a few resistance areas that we have to get through in order to take off. You have the main resistance at 3.8, 786 resistance at 4.4, and then another main resistance at 4.5. Nonetheless, though, you have a lot of juice to run up to enter that overbought territory. If we enter the overbought territory, that would bring us up to 5.5 if this RSI ran back into the overbought. But on the just keep an eye on these upwards movements. I don't think we're to be pushing our way below 3 cents. If anything, we might test it one more time, but I do think we'll be more bullish on this than bearish. Keep an eye on 3.8 for the next stop. So Chef says Adam. So Cosmo's up 11.3% at $16.61. Infinite max supply 292 million circulating with a 4.8 billion market cap. All-time high on this coin was 44.45. 8 months ago, all-time low was 2 years ago at $1.16. If you held for 2 years, you'd be up 1,325% on your investment. That's a decent sized run for Cosmo. Yo, this might actually break this resistance here. This is actually looking pretty dang bullish. Yeah, let me draw. Local top on the RSI is right here at 71. Man, this thing has just been ripping. This thing has been ripping since June 18th. Okay, let me draw some new fibs on this. There we go. So we'll zoom in and take a little bit of a closer look on this. So as of right now, we are testing this resistance at 1686. RSI is kind of high, but we did recently enter the overbought territory, and we've just been on a run since the 18th of June. We've been printing higher highs and higher lows. So could this be the breakout? This kind of has to be the breakout right here. We have to break above 16. If we do break above 16, the next stop I believe is going to be 20 bucks. That round psychological number. So that $20 I'm going to put as a support right here. You can see we did have a support area right there where we came up and tested in the past, and then back here it acted as a pretty big support area. As you can see, we tested it back here quite a bit on December 2021. So as of right now, keep an eye on 1686. If we break above that, we're going to be shooting up to $20, I believe. That would enter us in the overbought category, and this uptrend still would continue printing a higher high. And that's a pretty large move. That's a 17% move, and we had a decent sized run today. So there's two different scenarios on this. So this candle just started. It's 8:01 p.m. my time. This candle just printed. It printed green. You can see we still are getting rejected at 1686. Not saying we're going to break above it right now. We could actually come down, test the 786 one more time at 1533 and break above it and break out. But inevitably, I do think that Cosmos is going to be touching $20 here. So Cosmos is looking pretty bullish, and it actually would be more beneficial to come down to test the 786. That would give you a little bit more running room on the RSI. So I'm going to be long-term bullish on this, but I think it'd be more beneficial to test the 786 instead of just have a straight rocket through. But the storyteller is going to be this main resistance at 1686. Let's take a look at the day chart on this. That's the 4 hour. We'll jump to the day. Day chart doesn't have, wow, yeah, day chart has that at $20 as well. The day chart actually just had a bearish fake out. We really didn't go bearish, and we just started diverting to a more bullish movement on the MACD. RSI is still in a tailing up. You can see this is generally where we've been tagging out on the RSI though, so that's what we have to keep an eye on here. Is this that $16-17 range? If we break above that, I definitely can see $20 being touched on Atom, and then we'd have that decent sized pullback and then a continuation. This thing's been ripping since January or June 19th, and there's no reason for it to stop right now. We do have this uptrend that we have touched several times. So inevitably, if it continues, we will be touching it once again. When will that be? Will it be after this takeoff, or will we touch it one more time before we head up higher? I'd be more bullish on this than bearish right now. We just have to keep an eye on that resistance area on the 4-hour chart. So that resistance at 1686, we break above 1686, I definitely can see Atom going to $20. That would be the absolute top before we see a decent size retracement though. So I'm going to be bullish on Atom in the short term. What else has been ripping? Anything good? Yeah, look at all that red. The only things that are really green are Terra. Why didn't it show? This is ranked number 19. It's up 11%. Why is it not on here as one of the top movers? So on CoinMarketCap, it doesn't have Atom as one of the top movers for some reason. Let's take a look at my Moonshot Gamble coin. This thing has been starting to make some finally moving. This coin is finally moving. If you've been on my channel for a while, this is my 100x Moonshot Gamble coin. Highly risky coin. Make sure you do your own research. Don't just go off a guy saying it's a good coin on the internet. The reason I like this coin, this is very repetitive from previous time I've talked about it. It's up 1.8 at 1.1 cents. It only has a 368,000 market cap, which is extremely small, extremely risky because it could easily go to zero. It is the smallest market cap coin on KuCoin, and it has a 10x from here would only be 3.6 million, which is nothing in the crypto market. And the circulating supply is ridiculously small for a market cap like that. It's only 30.9 million, and the max is only 188 million. This is NFT loan lending and stuff like that. And as you know, NFTs aren't really hot right now. All-time high on this was 52 10 months ago. All-time low was 9 days ago. I definitely can see this thing going to $1 if it survives this bear market. I hold a decent sized amount of this. I have it staked on KuCoin right now, earning 40% APY. But this is my 100x Moonshot Gamble coin. Extremely risky, but no risk, no reward, right? So Haka right now, we're currently getting tested. We're currently testing this resistance area right now. MACD is about ready to flip bullish though, so I think we'll be breaking above that. It looks like it wants to have another run up. Let me actually reset this. Definitely, I think Haka's about ready to have another pop. I think it's going up to the 618 at 1.4. That is approximately a 20% move, which is not unlikely for this coin to do that with a small market cap. You can see it prints really large green candles and it prints really large red candles as well. So the main area that we need to focus on here for Haka for the pop is this 1.2 cents resistance area in the 786 at 124. If we get above that, it's to infinity and beyond, and the next has to be 1.4. I'm not looking to acquire any more of this coin. I have what I have, and that's what I have. I'm currently looking to pick up more Quant and Azero. But I'm going to be bullish on this. We're about ready to flip bullish. The MACD RSI is definitely set to run. We're down to 40. Definitely have the juice to run up here. That's on the 4 hour. Let's look at the day, see what the day says. Day chart's about ready to flip bearish though, so we have to take that into consideration. Draw some fibs on this. Go to the top so it's not a scam wick. So currently we're going to ignore these wicks. We're going to go body to body. Actually, we're going to go wick to body. Currently gets stopped at the 618. So if this does flip bearish on the day chart, that means it might be pushing down to the 786 at 1.1. But I'm going to be more bullish and bearish on Haka in the short term. I'm going to be going by the 4 hour. The 4 hour is what you do for short term TA, short-term time frames and swing trades. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on that movement up to 1.4, 20% movement on Haka incoming. If we break above this resistance at 1.2, that's the main price we have to keep an eye on. But like I said, I do think this thing will rip in the bull run if it survives this bear market. That is a very nasty setup to make some mad gains if it actually survives. So with that, we have Athea AI is having a nice run. Let's take a look at that. Athea Artificial Liquid Intelligence. Never heard of it, but we'll take a look at it. So this coin's up 15.3% at 1.5 cents, 10 billion max supply, 1.6 billion in circulation. So be careful; they could unload several billion more coins on you. Small market cap of only 24 million. The all-time high in this coin was 20 cents 6 months ago. The all-time low was 9 days ago. So this is a coin you want to play. Hopefully you were able to buy it 9 days ago at the all-time low. It's already 35% up from its all-time low. How long's this coin been out for? Came out February 2022. Currently available on the following exchanges down here. Is it available on Gemini? It is available on Gemini. That is a choppy chart right there. There we go. Yeah, we did have a decent sized run, but you can see these are some crazy wicks on this, man. You can see this did the step up effect, putting in higher highs and higher lows. As of right now, the MACD is starting to cool down. You can see the recent candle on it is below the one before it, so it's starting to be a descending movement. RSI is pretty high here at 64. We do have a support to hold us up here at 1.4. So let's do some fibs. I don't know if I'm going to use these wicks or not. Actually, the wicks are valid. The wicks are valid. So if we zoom in here, blow this up a little bit, you're real close. You can see the 618 is what's holding us up right here at 1.5 cents. Candle is currently green right now, started 10 minutes ago. So you kind of have a double support area holding this up right here. You have the main support at 1476, then you have the 618 here at 15. So this general area is going to be pretty dang good support for ALI. If we do break below that, though, the next stop is going to be the 786 down here at 13, and that still would not be a bad move. You can see previously, since the step up effect, we have been making higher highs if we just go off the candle bodies. So a pull back to the 786 and the movement up would still be valid. So even if the coin did drop all the way back down to 13, it'd still be bullish in the short term. But as of right now, the price that we need to keep an eye on is 15, and then the main support here at 14. I do think we are going to be testing this general area out. You can see we are pretty high on the RSI, and the MACD starting to be bearish. So these are to be battle tested here, I personally think, in the next couple days. I would honestly be more bearish than bullish on this. This isn't financial advice, but if I wanted to pick this coin up, there's a double support here at the 786 and the main support area. Looks like 1.3 wouldn't be a bad buy. I think we're going to be heading down to at least a 1.3. Inevitably, if I'm wrong and we're bullish, the next stop would be 1.6, but that would bring us into the overbought territory. If we look at the past, we really don't enter the overbought territory that much on this coin. So I personally think the retracement is going to be the play down to 1.3 on this coin for the time being. Yes, he did have a decent sized run up, but I think that run up was it has played out. So Jasmy. So Jasmy right now is being held up by the main support right here. This is your lifeline. I remember talking about this. If we fall below 008, it's done. You can see this area is actually battle tested quite a bit. Tested in May once, tested in June once, twice, tested in July once, pretty much tested it back here quite a bit. We're currently riding on it pretty dang hard right now. RSI's reset, MACD is bullish, so an upwards movement on Jasmy would actually be the play right now. So short term would be bullish on Jasmy, approximately 6% up to the 786. I think this is going to be the play for Jasmy, and then we'll assess the situation. So as of right now, I think Jasmy's about ready to go up to the 786 here at 0089, and then we'll assess the situation at that time. Long term, I think Jasmy's bearish. I made quite a bit of money flipping this earlier this year before we entered the hardcore bear market, but as of right now, it's just tanking, unfortunately. Thanks. How about FTM? FTM, let's take a look at FTM. Phantom FTM is up 3.2% at 24 cents, 3.17 billion. Max supply 2.5 billion in circulation, 629 million market cap, all-time high of 346 11 months ago, all-time low 2 years ago. Just shows you the power of holding. I know I sound like a broken record. If you would have held this coin just for 2 years, just held it, forgot about it, you'd be up 12,883% on your investment. That's just the power of holding. I buy my coins, put them on my ledger, and forget about it. If they tank, they tank. They're on my ledger. I don't touch them. I don't think about it. I'm a long-term holder. I do swing trades in a bull run, but we're not in a bull run. We're in a bear market. So bear market is meant for accumulating your portfolio. So as of right now, Phantom's up 3.3. Let's take a look.
Hurry into Mattress Firm's Sleeping Spree event to save.
Yikes. So this looks like it peaked out back in August and we have not recovered yet. I thought this was going to be a decent sized recovery here. It almost looked like a reversal on the capitulation on the 7th of September, but we did not. We're actually currently riding on the 236, working our way back up to 2.6 cents. We have to draw a pretty we don't have to draw a large fib on this. I'll draw a large fib, then a small fib. We'll just double fib it. Yeah, so on this main fib right here, the heavy resistance area is this 26 cents. So on the large fib, that's going to be a very heavy resistance area for us. This is 26 cents. You can see it was fantastic support back here from August 27th to September 6th. That was our lifeline, and we fell right below it to this general support area, this really small support channel. You can see in the past, this support channel played pretty large back here. We had that double tap before we moved our way back up. So as of right now, MACD is about ready to flip bullish. RSI's reset. RSI went all the way down to 20, so there's room to run. And generally speaking, if you look past at the RSI, this RSI tends to run up to around 70. So that movement on there could be a big move. You can see previously when we tagged it back here on September 7th, we moved our way all the way up to 70 on the RSI. So a movement like that could definitely be the play. You can see that was approximately a 18% move up. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on this 26 cents area. So for the short term, I think FTM is going to be tagging 26 cents. In the longer term, it's still in a downtrend. It's been in a downtrend for a while. So I think something like this could be at play. Then we'd monitor this area. Like I said, on the larger fib, that is the 786, and that is going to be some heavy resistance for us. So we could be just printing a lower high and working our way back down. But short term would be bullish. Or yeah, bullish, approximately another 5-6%. If we do break above that, the next stop would be 28, but we need to keep an eye on 26 for the next stop, and that's on the larger fib. Let's see what's going on with the smaller fib. Smaller fib right now, we're currently getting stopped out at the 786. We're not getting stopped out, we're currently testing the 786 right here at 2.4. We break above 2.4, the next stop would be 618 at 25, and then we break above 25, you would have the 0.5 at 26, which we mentioned on the larger fib. So on the short-term resistance areas, we have to get over 24.8 to move up to the 618 at 25, and then work our way up to 26. So we could see some volatility at that 618 at 25.6, back test the 786, and work our way back up to the 26. But inevitably, I do think we will be touching 26. I don't think we are going to be printing a lower low for the time being. I think we're going to be working towards a lower high. So I'm going to be bullish on this in the short term. I have a handful, a bunch of good coins, and I'm holding for the long run. That's a really good plan. So loop ring. So LRC is up 2.5% at 32 cents, 1.3 billion max, 1.2 billion circulating. That's great. Almost all the coins are in circulation. That means they can't dilute the market by dumping more. Has a 407 million market cap. All-time high, and this was 375 10 months ago. All-time low was 2 years ago at 1.9 cents. Currently available on the following exchanges down here. So let's take a look at loop ring. Loop ring. Yikes. Loop ring's on life support right now. We are on life support. Yeah, so we are on life support right now. We can't fall below 3 cents or 30 cents. If we fall below 30 cents, it's gonna be another big push down. You can see we bounced off this area, which as a general support in the past. It was a support on June 18th, was support here on September 6th, and you can see we're currently battling it pretty dang hard, beating it up from September 16th, which is today. So today has been this support has been battle tested. RSI is reset. MACD did just flip bullish, so I really can't see a large push down that would enter you into the oversold territory, which you did do back here on August 19th, but you really don't tend to dip too far down there. And when that flashes green, it's usually a good time to buy. It flashes green, said, hey, it might not be a bad time to accumulate. So if you see that green flash, it might not be a bad time to accumulate. But as of right now, the way that the RSI looks and the MACD, I'm actually going to be slightly bullish on this right now. We're currently going to be testing this 32 out, the main resistance. You can see we're currently testing it right now. If we break above that, I think the next stop's going to be 35. That's without any fibs. Let's see if I can draw a fib to try to back that up. Okay, you have a 618 you have to get over. So the reason we've been consolidating between this support and resistance is once we fell below this was the 786 on the micro time frame. It also is a main resistance area, so it's kind of acting as a double resistance. You're below the 786, it's a main resistance area, which is why we've been bouncing so hard today below here. So we really need to break above this double resistance. The good thing about this is you guys are definitely set up to blast through that. The RSI is low, MACD just started flipping bullish, so I think we're actually breaking this double resistance and working our way up to the 618 right here at 33.9 to 34 cents. And once we break above this double resistance, it's going to flip into double support for you, which will be fantastic. You can see back here act as a really great support before we shit the bed. But short term right now, I think I'm pretty sure we're going to be breaking through that. The RSI is reset, MACD is flipping bullish. So keep an eye on 32. That's going to be the storyteller. 32, 33 is going to be the storyteller. We break above that. Next stop's the 618. I can definitely see us going to the 618 here at 33, 34, back testing that as support to make sure it's true support, then working our way up to this resistance at 35. So on the micro time frame, it looks like we're going to be breaking above this double resistance area and flipping it into a double support, which is going to be fantastic. That would be amazing for this coin to do, because this is our lifeline right here. If you fall below 30 cents, there's really uncharted territory down here. You'd have to go way back in time to get some support and resistance data, which, you know, the coin has changed a lot since then. They could have put more coins in circulation, so that data could be invalid. So as of right now, keep an eye on this double resistance area. That is going to be the storyteller. Break above that 618, back test support, work our way up to 35. That's what I think. I appreciate your work, and I hope YouTube starts cutting you a fat check soon. Yeah, YouTube really isn't paying me much. I'm doing this just for fun right now. You know, you really can't make a lot of money on YouTube doing this type of stuff in a bear market. So I appreciate you guys supporting my channel and watching this. So if you guys could, I'd really appreciate you guys to press that like button. That would help me out, help my channel grow. Who knows, if I'm still doing this in the bull run, maybe my channel will take off. But as of right now, just doing short-term TAs. I think I went over this in the past little rant. The reason I started my YouTube channel was I used to watch all those YouTube videos of people, you know, 100x this, 100x that, and they're drawing their TAs on there, and their TAs were complete garbage, saying, hey, we're be mooning 50x in the next week and drawing their stuff. And it's like, dude, all these new investors are coming here, clicking on your channel and getting this false information and hope that these coins are to be rocketing out. If you just take a look at the short term, do the short term TA time frame and don't try to go for clickbaits and give people real data, I think that'd be more beneficial. But not a lot of people want to hear the real data. They don't want to hear that their coins are going to retrace. They want to hear that their coins are going to be taken off to the moon. But my channel isn't like that. My channel, I try to do as close to realistic as possible. So as of right now for LRC, let's keep an eye on this double resistance at 32. We break above that, I think I sound like a broken record, but if we break above that, it's just be down, up, down, up. So that's what LRC, that's what I'm seeing for LRC. Well, something stupid. Hang on, this is gonna be ridiculous, but I think SafeMoon was up like 700% today. Oh, this says 11. Looking at it earlier, and it was up like 700%. I made a lot of money on SafeMoon. Believe it or not, I bought SafeMoon the 5th day it came out, and I sold it on April 19th, the day before my son was born. So I bought it 5 days after it came out, and on April 19th, it was damn near the top. And that's where I put $250 in. I'm not tooting my own horn, but I did put $250 in 5 days after it came out, and it went all the way up to $35,000. That's the power of investing in shit coins and getting very, 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 very lucky. Sold there, never looked back. It's the reason why I can invest in real coins now. So as of right now, Gala's up 2.4% at 4.7 cents, 50 billion max, 7.5 billion circulating, 360 million market cap. All-time high is 82 cents 10 months ago. All-time low was over a year ago. So over a year ago, that's not 2 years, that's just a little, that's over a year ago. So that not even 2 years ago, if you would have bought this and held, you'd be up 35,000% on your investment. It's wild. People get all their emotions tied in and they panic sell. I mean, a lot of the things we look at, it's not like over 5 years ago, over 7 years ago. You'll see 3 to 2 years, and you'll see massive gains on a lot of these coins. Like this wasn't even 2 years ago. This was over 1 year ago, and you'd be up 35,000%. This power of holding your coins, everyone. So on to Gala. What kind of, last time I tried this, I don't know. Let me just clear this up, start fresh. I don't want to pretend like I knew what I was talking about from way back when. So as of right now, it does look like we just flipped bullish on the MACD. RSI is definitely reset to run. Looks like we stopped at the Moon Juice factory, loaded up a couple kegs of it, and it looks like we want to blast off. So short term, we actually did break above this resistance, flipped it into support right now. If we go bottom to top, right here we actually broke above the 786 as well. So this is bullish right now. Gala broke above the 786. You can see that 786 was our support back here before we capitulated below it. We broke above the support. We broke above the 786. We have a really thick resistance channel here though, with a 618 smack dab in the middle. So this general area is going to be pretty heavy resistance for Gala. We have a thick resistance channel, a 618 at around 5 cents, and then the main resistance, or we had the 618 here at 4.91, and then the main resistance at 4.99. So the main resistance at 5 cents, and the 618's at 4.1. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on a movement up to the 618. The way that the RSI and the MACD are looking, and how long we were at the Moon Juice factory for, I do think we will be touching 5 cents. I think this push up to 5 cents is what we're going to be keeping an eye on, and then back testing the 618 and possibly move up higher from there. For the short term, Gala's looking pretty dang good in my personal opinion. We had that bearish movement on the MACD, just started printing green on the bullish side. Son of a gun. There we go. RSI is low. Yeah, Gala's looking really good, guys. I mean, that's only 4%, but when you have that many coins in circulation. Yeah, so Gala looks like it wants to move up at least 4.2 cents to test this main resistance at 5. So I'd be calling 5 cents here for Gala, and then we'll assess the situation at that time. That would actually allow the RSI to run up to around 65. So maybe something like that, back test movement up. But I think 5 cents is gonna be the next stop for Gala, as long as we maintain over the 786. So the candle, yes, the candle is above it, but the candle is still active right now. The candle only started 28 minutes ago. So, and we're on the 4-hour chart, so it has until midnight my time. So it's 8:28 p.m. my time. So midnight my time it'll close. And if it closes below the 786, we'll have to keep an eye on that next candle. You can see as we're talking, this candle's growing though. So if the next candle prints above the 786, the movement upwards is going to be valid. First stop would be the 618 at 4.91, and then I think the top would be 5 cents. So I'm going to be calling 5 cents for Gala. So any idea on Loom? New Loom? I'm guessing you're talking about New Loom. Loom is migrating to a new address. As such, please check to ensure that the exchange supports the same asset before making any transfers. So Loom is down 20. This is the new one, right? I'm pretty sure this is the one you wanted me to chart. I think that's the only one on there right now. Yeah, that's the only one on there right now. So Loom is down 21.58. The hell? Okay, I'm not sure which one you want me to chart, Loom old or Loom new, so we'll just do them both. So Loom old right now is down 20.6% at 6.4 cents, 1 billion max, 833 million circulating, 52 million market cap, all-time high is 77 cents 4 years ago. All-time low is 2 years ago at 007, currently available on the following exchanges down here, Max Global being the leader. So we'll look at Loom, see what comes up. If they even have the old one on here anymore, they might just have the new one. 6.4 works out. Looks like we were about ready to flip bullish right here. We had that nice run up. MACD was about ready to flip bullish, but it had a bullish fake out. You can see it printed a really small green candle and flipped bearish right away. So let's draw some fibs on this actually. That one's not valid. That one's valid. So it's going off the close right here. And then on the micro fib. Yikes. Okay, so as of right now, this is the main area that we need to focus on for Loom, the 7.3 cents. If we just take a general look, MACD is about ready to flip bullish. You can see it's starting to have an ascending movement to the bullish side, but we did have that bullish fake out back here, so that's something to take into consideration. MACD is pretty much stagnant sideways. That 44.50 is the halfway point. We have been putting in some lower highs. We did put it in a lower high back here, so inevitably I'm going to be keeping an eye on the 786 here at around 7.3. I think that's to be the next test. It's hard for me to say that's to be taking off because we were in a downwards movement for quite a while on this before we had this huge run up. And like I mentioned in previous videos, after you have large run ups like that, you usually have a retracement back to the 50% area. So yada, yada, yada. So as of right now, I'm going to be keeping an eye on a movement up to the 786. I'm going to be slightly bullish on it in the short term, but in the longer term, it does look bearish. So shorter term, keep an eye on the 786 to around 7.2. That's approximately a 11.6% gain. And then from there, we're really gonna have to monitor it close. So if we delete that 7.8, if we delete that fib and go off this fib right here, it's saying the next stop's gonna be the 236 at 8.2. So if we combine both the fibs together, first stop 786, we break above the 786, we have an 8.2 to meet right here, and then right here is gonna be hellfire. You can see that was some heavy ass resistance in the past. So it's gonna be very difficult to get over that 382.618 on these two fibs. But the short term right now, if we're looking for some upwards movement, It's the 786, and the 786 is going to be the storyteller. We break below 786, the next stops will be the 236 at 84. But keep an eye on that 786. That could just be a nail in the coffin to retrace us back to pre-lift off mode at 47. So short term would be bullish to the 786, and then keep an eye on that 786 area and see what happens at around 7.3 to 7.5 cents. That's going to be the storyteller. I'm going to put a star right there. When I come back, that's the main area that we're going to be needing to focus on here. If we break above that, then we'll see some upwards movement. But if we get rejected from there, I'm going to have to say that we might be heading to pre-lift off prices. Honestly, I wouldn't be buying this coin right now. I would just have patience. If it's a coin that I'm looking to pick up, I would probably wait. It's not financial advice, that's just my personal opinion. What do you think about EverETH? EverETH, good old EverETH. Oh boy, I might actually have to use my DEX. I don't even know if I have my DEX charter out. EverETH is a scam. I actually looked at it a long time ago. I was thinking about trying to play it just for shits and giggles, but EverETH is down 13.1, 4825, 100, thousand, million, billion, trillion, quadrillion, whatever. Coins, not all of it's in circulation, has a 1.8 million market cap. All-time high was 11 months ago at 2291. All-time low was 3 months ago. So if you would have bought 3 months ago, you'd be up 447%. It's probably currently available on swaps only. Yeah, I don't think I have. Let me see something. I'll probably have to use DEX Screener to even do anything on it. Yeah, it's not even available on here. Yeah, I'm pulling up my DEX Screener real quick. This is EverETH on DEX. Wow, this thing ran. Holy shit. If you would have bought on the 8th. Dang. 626%. Bought on April 7th. So if we go off that fib, you actually retrace to the 618 right here. Currently broke below the 382, trying to test that out. I don't think we'll be seeing another run on this anytime soon. Honestly, I wouldn't even touch this type of stuff, but you do you. I'd be calling yeah. Keep an eye on a retracement to 3337, but that's that. I don't like charting that type of stuff, but you do you, man. So Reef is up 9.5 at 0052, 200 billion max supply. All the coins plus an additional 27 million are in circulation. I don't know what that's about. You guys probably do if you hold this coin, why there's more coins in circulation than the max supply. 103 million market cap, all-time high, and this was 5.7 cents a year ago. All-time low was 4 months ago at 002. Looks like it came out December 2020. Currently available on the following exchanges down here, Binance being the leader. So Reef, go off Binance since Binance is the leader of it right now. Lots of support. Lots of support. On the 4 hour there. MACD is actually about ready to flip bullish too. RSI is pretty high, but you can see we recently entered the overbought territory, so we could enter it one more time. What fib do I want to go off of? Is this the valid one? Yep, this is the valid one. See, we wicked down to the 618, which is the double support, wicked back down to the double support back here, currently testing the 382 out with this wick. So as of right now, if we break above this 382, it looks like it wants to go again. If we break above this 382, it looks like it wants to test 6.5. Actually, let me just go to the top of the bodies. Where's that at? That's at 6 cents even. Flip that red. So I'm actually be bullish on this. I actually think we are going to be getting back above this 382. It looks like it definitely wants to have a decent sized movement back up. The main area that we need to focus on is this 236 at 5.7, but it looks like it wants to head up to 6 cents one more time. And who knows, that could be initiating another high. So I would actually be bullish on Reef, even though we had that decent sized run up here. I think we'll have that run up possibly to the 236 at 5.7, back test the 6.1 or 382 as support, then work our way up to the 6 cents. But I think Reef is going to be moving its way up towards 6 cents here during this bullish movement on the MACD. I don't think it'll be an instant run up there. I do think it might be a little choppy, but I think we'll be moving in an upwards movement anyways. And that's approximately another 13 to 14% movement upwards on Reef. It's not bad at all. So that's the bullish TA on it. So I have to give you a bearish one, and this is going to be the storyteller. The 382 is going to be the initiator of this bullish bearish scenario. So this 382 at 5.2 is what we really need to keep an eye on. If this 382 does act as our resistance, and this is a bullish fake out on the MACD, then inevitably that is going to be pushing us down. So I gave you the bullish scenario. Now I got to give you the bearish one, unfortunately. All based off this 382 fib area. This is gonna be the storyteller right here. So if we do get rejected, the bearish scenario is we do have a support here at 004. Inevitably though, I think a retracement back down to the 15 would be the case, because if we look at the general top on the RSIs back here, let me flip that back to green. You can see previously on the RSI, if we just follow the history, this is a general area where we peak out, where we top out on the RSI before we start retracing. And every retracement has pretty much brought us back down to around 20 on the RSI. You can see we're currently at that level right now. So that's just something to take into consideration. You know, are we going to break above that and run into the overbought? You can see we don't really enter the overbought territory a lot on the RSI if we just take a general look at the longer time frame. It looks like there's only like 3 other times that we've done it in the last year and a half. So bearish scenarios is we get rejected the 382 and head back down to the 618. So I should probably start with the bearish and end with the bullish, right? So bearish scenario is rejecting at the 382, then working our way back down to 4.5. 0045 anyways. And I always play cautious, you know. It's a bear market. I'm always looking to accumulate. So even if I start seeing breakouts like this, I don't try to buy it to play the breakout. I'm like, okay, it's a bear market. I don't want to, buy a coin and then, go against the grain and then crap the bed. I think a better opportunity for this coin might be patience. As of right now, I would be leaning more towards this bearish scenario than the bullish one, just judging by how many times we've actually blasted above the overbought on the RSI. It doesn't happen that much. And more likely than not, this is the general area where we've tagged out at. Even though we are about ready to have a bullish crossover on the MACD, so weigh your options. That's the 4 hour. Let's just look at the day. Maybe that'll give us some more insight. So on the day, it looks like we actually waked up to the 382, but on the day, the MACD is about ready to flip bearish. Not ready to flip bearish, but it is descending down bearish. So that movement down to the 382, if we compare the day to the 4 hour, I'd be more likely to bank on that retracement to the 618. Like I say in the past, you have this huge run up here. People bought down here and they sell up here. Then the people who bought up here start panic selling once it starts retracement. And then you have the people who bought in at the middle who are up a couple dollars, down a couple dollars, and they'll start accumulating there, and that'll become your next support area. The people who usually buy in halfway during the pump, who are just holding it, who are up a couple dollars, down a couple dollars. So I'd be more likely than not banking on the 618 retracement to 4.5. So let's just keep an eye on that 4.5. KDA. What about Solana? We'll take a look at Solana. So Solana's down 0.8% at $32.72, 508 million total, 353 million circulation, 11.5 billion market cap. All-time high was 10 months ago at 259. All-time low was 2 years ago at 50 cents. If you held for 2 years, you'd be up 6,429% on your investment. Just saying. Power of holding. So let's look at Sol. So Sol right now is, let's take a look. MACD is about ready to flip bearish, but you really don't have a lot of bearish movement on the MACD. Hey, let me blow this up so we can take a closer look at it. I hate it when that flips to the brush. Yeah, so you're about to have a bearish crossover on the MACD, which is going to be initiating a push down. RSI doesn't really have any indicators. Look, we've pretty much been stagnant on the RSI, been consolidating on the RSI. I've been bouncing between pretty much 30 and 56. So as of right now, we're probably going to be playing off this MACD indicator. You did have this gradual movement up here, and then until you got rejected on the 14th of August. And as of right now, you just printed a lower high. So I would actually be bearish on Solana. I know there's some people looking to pick up Solana at around 20 bucks. People in the Discord. So if you haven't already, I mean, if you'd like to, you don't have to. You can join my Discord. The description, or the links in the description below. We're on there daily. I'm on there daily. Just a great group of people just sharing some crypto information with each other. Yeah, so no need to do it, but if you want to join the Discord, I'm on there daily chatting it up. As of right now, 786 is the price we need to keep an eye on. That is a double support area at around $30. We fall below $30. The next support is back here at 25. So we're actually looking like we're at a pretty critical price area for Solana, and we're about ready to flip bearish. And we're pretty dang close to this double support area. So this was a large bearish movement on the MACD until we got to the 786, which reversed our MACD to bullishness, and we really didn't take off from there. So I'm thinking Solana's gonna be working its way back down to around $26 to $25. I don't think this double support's gonna hold. I think we'll be printing a lower low down to 25, 26, and back testing this double resistance at around 30, and then we'll monitor that. So bearish on Solana. That's like an 18% drop. Holy crap. It's definitely valid though. All indicators point towards it. That's on the day. So longer time frame. Let's take a look at the 4 hour and see what's going on the 4 hour on the shorter time frame. So shorter time frame, in the shorter time frame for Solana, RSI is pretty low at 36. MACD is about ready to flip bullish, but it doesn't look like we have huge runs on the MACD when it does flip bullish. And you have a double resistance and a resistance channel right here. So nonetheless, I do think we still will be printing a lower high. So short term for Solana looks like 33 to possibly a 34 is the top before we move our way back down to around that $30 range. $30 is huge support back here. So yeah, I'm gonna be calling 33 up movement, then down to the 786, and judging by the day chart, the day chart's bearish. So it looks like Solana in the longer term is gonna be retracing a decent size amount. So it looks like there might be some better buying opportunities in the near future for Solana. I'm here now. Market is taking off. Sol just took off. Yeah, Vlad plays Solana quite a bit. Oh, did I miss Grizz? Grizz says PYR. Whoops, my bad. So Vulcan Forge, PYR. Vulcan Forge has been redeployed on Ethereum and Polygon. So PYR is up 0.4% at $3.35, 50 million max, 23 million circulating, 80 million market cap. I love how there's not a lot of coins. This is the type of coins that I like investing in, the low circulating, low max supply. And it has an 80 million market cap. The all-time high in this was 49.24 10 months ago. All-time low was a year at 116. Currently available on the following exchanges down here. BingX being the leader, followed by Binance. So let's look at, let's see what this coin is. PYR. I'd rather have it by trading view. Yikes, looks like last time I tried this was May 1st. Had us bouncing here, which happened, so I'll chalk that as a win. Short term right now, MACD just started flipping bearish. RSI is pretty much stagnant at 43. It's going to be a very tight fib. So as of right now, we're kind of in no man's land between the 618 and 786. With this bearish movement on the MACD, you can see the bearish movements have been longer than the bullish movements. I mean, we were bullish here on the MACD and the price still tanked. RSI isn't high, isn't low. I'd be keeping an eye on the 786 area here at $3.17. If it breaks below 317, the next stop is probably going to be around that 250 area. There really is no other support in this general area. I mean, we could zoom back at a larger time frame, but there really is no data there either. So short term, I'm going to be bearish on this. 786 at 317. That is approximately a 3% drop. If we break below the 786, it's going to drop approximately 22% back down to around 250, 260. You can see we did just print a lower high here as well after we had the slightly bullish upwards movement. So two different scenarios: bounce off the 786, test the 618. So yeah, I'm going to be bearish on it. I'd be keeping an eye. I think there might be some better buying opportunities for this coin in the near future. 786, 618, and then retesting $2.60. This coin hasn't been looking that good for a while. That's on the day. So let's take a look at the 4 hours, see what the shorter time frames looks like. So longer time frame looks bearish. Shorter time frame, it does look like it's about ready to flip bullish on the MACD. Let me see. Yeah, it actually just printed a green candle on the RSI is low. So on the shorter time frame, it is bullish. Longer time frame, it's bearish. Shorter time frame, it does look like it wants to have a decent sized movement up. This is why you always look at different time frames, depending on how you purchase your crypto or how you hold. If you're a long-term holder, you mostly just look at the day charts. If you're a swing trader type person, you look at the 4 hour charts. The 4 hour charts here are bullish. Looks like it wants to approximately move up another 6% to 357. So short term on this, I'm going to be bullish. Longer term would be bearish. So the short term, you can see the RSI is actually at a great level to take off, and the MACD is just printing bullish. So I would be keeping an eye on moving up to around 350. That would put in a lower high though, nonetheless, but it does look like it wants to head up to that main resistance area. You can see we do have a pretty thick resistance channel between 340 and 350 that we need to keep an eye on. It's a resistance channel, but it's resistance nonetheless. It's not a main resistance, but it is resistance nonetheless. And as you can see, it acted as pretty good resistance right there, pretty good resistance right there. So that's just a general area that we need to keep an eye on their movement up to around 350, 357. So short term will be bullish, long term will be bearish. Keep an eye on approximately a 6 to 7% movement up on this coin in the short term. Let's do some nasty things to that like button. Hell yeah. I am so hungry for some Quant Vlad. And some Azrael. My Azrael still hasn't hit $1. So we'll do Hydra and then we'll do KDA. So we'll get Hydra and then we'll do KDA. So Hydra right now is down 4.2% at $2.42. Infinite total supply 13.6 million, circulating 32 million, market cap all-time high is 51.99 over a year ago. All-time low is over a year ago at 139. Currently available on the following exchanges down here. MEX Global being the leader. Okay, so bottom to top, this fib still valid. We actually just broke below the 618. 786 is down here at $2.30. RSI is dang near reset at 20. MACD really isn't doing much right now, so I'm gonna draw two different fibs on this. Actually, I'm just gonna draw this one fib real quick. Yo, thanks for the super sticker, man. That is awesome. I appreciate you supporting the channel. Thanks. Thank you so much. As of right now for Hydra, I would have to be bearish on it. We're to look at the day two, but on the short-term time frame, it looks like we want to head down to the 786 to around $2.30. Yeah, I'm going to be bearish on this, the short term. 4-hour chart's saying approximately another 4% drop. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. So Hydra 786, keep an eye on that. That's the short term. Let's take a look at the day and see what's happening on the day. Day chart, that's still valid. Day chart is broke below the 618. You have a green candle here at 240. You can see there's a ton of price action in this general area, but inevitably, I think this RSI is going to be heading down to an oversold territory. I'd be keeping an eye on $2.30, Vlad. My personal opinion. That'd be the absolute low before we have a reversal back up to the 618 at 240. This thing's not afraid to enter the oversold territory either. So keep an eye on the 786. Yeah, I think once we enter there, though, it'll be oversold, and then you can see a decent sized pump back up. So we'll do KDA real quick. So Kadena KDA is up 0.3% at $1.52. 1 billion max supply, 198 million circulating. So be careful, they could put more coins in circulation. There's only roughly 200 million coins, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. They could put 5x more. Market cap of 301 million. All-time high is 27.64 10 months ago. All-time low is 2 years ago at 6.5 cents. Currently available on the following exchanges down here. This is also available on Coinbase. I remember because I bought this on the Coinbase launch and actually made a pretty good flip on it. Or they take it off Coinbase. Could have swore this was on Coinbase. Kadena was on Coinbase. I don't know why it's not showing up on here. I remember. Looks like last time I tried it was August 7th. Holy crap. Had us waking up. So look at that. I was right. That's the day. We'll jump over to the 4-hour. Okay, 4-hour chart on KDA. So as of right now, KDA, without any fibs on it, is having a pretty difficult time getting into this resistance channel. So we're having a difficult time at 150, 155 area. MACD though is, however, about ready to flip bullish. RSI definitely has room to run. Looks like we stopped at the Moon Juice factory for a little bit and grabbed a couple kegs. So with that, we might be seeing a decent sized movement to the upside here. Let's draw some micro fibs on this and try to dissect it a little bit. Bottom to top right here. You can see that bounce right there was at the 786. We do have a double resistance area at the 618. The 618 is at this main resistance area. So that's one of the area that we need to focus on. We really need to focus on 155. If we get above 155, I think our next step would be the 382. We definitely have the juice to run up there and do it. When we do have the indicators indicating, hey, we might have a decent sized movement up. Bullishness on the MACD, RSI is low. That is a great combination when you're about to see a bullish crossover on the MACD and with a low RSI. That's a great concoction for some decent sized moves. The thing we have to focus on though is we have a 618 at 154, then the main resistance at 155. So that's the price that you need to keep an eye on. That's going to be the storyteller. If we do break above that, the next movement up will be to 160. So short term right now, 6% movement up to the 382, I believe is a likely scenario. So KDA, I'm going to be bullish on up to around 160, and then we'll assess the situation at that time. I think there's a good chance we might just blow through this double resistance area, but we'll just have to monitor that. So keep an eye on this area, 155 area. If you see us break above 155, then the valid move will be the 382 up here at 162. With that TRX. So Tron X is up 0.1% at 6.1 cents. Infinite max supply 92 billion in circulation, 5.6 billion market cap, all-time high 4 years ago at 23 cents. I don't think it'll ever hit that price again because there was probably a lot less coins in circulation. All-time low was also 5 years ago, so it just shows that they've been putting a lot of coins in circulation since this coin came out. But let's do some TA on it. Okay. TRX right now, you can see this main support has been acting big for us. This actually looks like it's kind of our lifeline because last time we fell below that main support, holy crap, did we shit the bed. So let's actually zoom over here and take a look at what actually happened last time we fell below the support. That is a nasty drop. That is a nasty drop. Last time we fell below the support, that dropped 23%. That's crazy for a coin that has 92 billion coins in circulation. It's a lot of coins being sold off right there. But on the short-term time frame, we're testing it out. You can see we've been battle testing the support area. We're currently riding right on it. MACD did just not flip bullish, but the MACD is bullish, but it's just been stagnant sideways. RSI is low, so we have a decent sized movement to the upside. I'm gonna have to draw a pretty damn large fib on this. I don't know if I want to go to the wick or the body. One sec. Looks like we want to go to the body or the wick. Okay, so as of right now, the main area that we need to keep an eye on is this this is 618, right? Oh, this is 382. The 382 area on the larger fib. The 382 is at 6.2 cents. We definitely have room to move up. Like I said, the RSI is low. So let's keep it. First movement will be up to the 6.2 cents at the 382. We break above that. I think the highest that we would go is 6.4 right here. You can see we battle tested in the past right here once, twice, 3 times. And usually I say one top, two top, three top, drop top. But the way that the RSI is looking and the MACD being bullish, hopefully it's not a bullish scenario similar to back here. Because that scenario back there with it just chopping around barely bullish was just a consolidation in this general area. And consolidation is generally a bullish thing, but you can see this consolidation led to a very heavy drop. So on the 4-hour chart, I think the slight movement up to the 382 at 6.2 would be the valid play on the short term. But let me draw a micro fib on this. So to get into the very tight time frame here, you can see the 786 was our lifeline right now. We broke below, but we held up at the support. So 786 is the price we need to keep an eye on for the retracement at 6.1. We break below that, 6 cents will be the hold up. But the way that we're slightly bearish on the RSI is I do think a movement up to the upside would be the case. That 618 is sitting where the 382 was on that larger fib. So similar to that, we have to keep an eye on the 618 at around 6.1. We break above 6.1. We have the 382 here at 6.3. And then inevitably you have the 6.4. I don't think we go any higher than 6.4 if we do see this breakout. But that's on the shorter time frame. So the shorter time frame, I would actually be bullish on this. On the larger time frame, let's look at the day, see what's going on with the day. So on the day chart, we're actually about ready to flip bearish. So larger time frame, it looks like we're about ready to flip bearish on the day chart. RSI is at 39. Looks like we've been generally consolidating on the RSI. So the bearish movement on this would actually put this down to around 5.8 if it played out bearish like it did in the past right here with this big bearish movement on the MACD. On the MACD, that movement would probably bring us down to around 5.8, 3.6% drop. So longer term time frame would be bearish. I think we're gonna be heading down to this main support around 5.83. Shorter time frame would be slightly bullish, but this is a tough one. This is like kind of an if then flip a coin type thing. I think it's more of a riskier trade if you're trying to long and short it than Solana, not Solana, then Hydra, or what was that? The H one you asked me about. But you know better than I how to play these shorts and longs, Vlad. You know better than I. Long-term bearish, 4-hour chart. I see slightly bullish, but it is what it is. Elf Zero, please. YouTube Premium. Yeah, I did Azero earlier, but you know what? I'm gonna jump into Azero because I've been monitoring this all day. I've been talking about it in my Discord all day. I'm looking for $1 Azero right now. I'm actually gonna do it on Mex Global because that's what I'm actually this is the one I'm actually using right now. I want $1, and this thing actually wicked down to 1015. So I did not get my $1 on this, but I have patience on this coin. I believe in this coin long term. Up and coming layer one. I posted a video on it in my link section in the Discord. So if you haven't already, if you want to, you can join my Discord. I'm on there daily. We chat. It's a great group of people. No one's shilling stuff. No one pushing any coins on you or anything like that. It's just a really good conversation. I shared a pretty good video on Azero in there. I believe this coin is gonna make a lot of money in the longer term. But as of right now, I have my buying order at $1, and I got so close. It went down to 1015. Yeah, where'd my MACD and everything go? There we go. Gotta delete that one. So the thing about this is I think I missed out on my $1 opportunity because right now it's about ready to flip bullish. Short-term 4-hour, we're about ready to flip bullish on the MACD. RSI is definitely reset here at 21. You can see we've never entered an oversold territory on Azero since it came out. So we should be here every time. Oh, we did enter it back here on June, but it looks like every time we've retraced to this general area of 20 on the RSI, we've had a decent sized push back up to the overbought territory. So you can see we tagged it back here on June 30th, ran to the overbought. We tagged it back here on August 16th, almost ran to the overbought. Tagged it back here on the 27th, ran up to 70, overbought. Here September 7th, ran up to the overbought, and we just tagged it again. So unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be seeing $1. I think Azero is about ready to see another movement, most likely back up to the 120 ranges. But let's draw a fib on this and try to dissect it a little bit. The bottom, the top right here, we're currently working our way up towards the 786. Like I said, it looks like there's about ready to be a big move on Azero. Keep an eye on the 786 right now. 786 is at about 108. If we break above 108, we have a double resistance area at the 618, 112. So this is an area that we really need to focus on the movement upwards. The crazy part is we sorry, we stopped by the Moon Juice factory, picked up a couple kegs right here. So we have some Moon Juice to go up to the overbought territory. And if history doesn't repeat, but history rhymes pretty dang good. So every time we've tagged this, we've had, a decent sized movement, at least up to 70 on the RSI. So I would almost bank on it coming back up to around 112-ish. That's approximately a 5% gain from there. But honestly, I think we're actually gonna be breaking above this double resistance area, and it looks like Azrael is going to be heading up to the $1.20 range once more. Hopefully, but if we look since we peaked out here on August 11th, we have been putting in lower highs, and we came pretty dang close to breaking out right here on September 11th. But that would just validate a lower high, and then maybe on that next push down, Trading Crypto could get his $1 Azrael or 96 cents. But that's just something we're monitoring. I have patience on this coin. I do think it will touch $1 once again, and when it does, I will be filling up my bags of it. I hold a decent sized bag of it right now, but I want to hold a lot more of it. I'm currently focused on picking up more of this coin and Quant. But short term right now, keep an eye on the 786 here at 108. Then you have the double resistance area at 112, 113. So if we do get rejected at 112, 113 and that pushes down, that'd be fantastic because I'd be able to pick up some coins. But the way that the indicators are showing and the way that the RSI is extremely low and how it's played out in past history when it's been this low, it does look like it's going to be heading up to around 120 right here. So I'm going to put a star right here. I think Azrael's going to be heading up to around 120, which is approximately a 12% move to the upside, which would still validate this downtrend. So Azrael's bullish, unfortunately. Unfortunately, it's bullish. I mean, unless you're trying to flip it. But I'm looking to acquire it, and I'm not just gonna buy it now because it's bullish, because I think it's gonna be coming back down eventually. But yeah, man, Azrael. They haven't updated any of their information on either. Uh-oh, I think my laptop or my, oh no, my keyboard just died. Give me 1 second. I gotta plug it in. I keep telling myself I should just get corded stuff. It's not like I bring it anywhere. I don't know why I don't have wireless, or why I have wireless. There we go. We're back. We are back. Oh yeah, so it has a self-reporting circulating supply of 100,000 million, 122 million. That is actually correct. There is 122 million coins in circulation. There's 300, I believe it's 330 million max that can be in circulation, and they put out 30 million coins every year. So every year there's gonna be 30 million more coins put in circulation. So you can see the total supply 308 million. They put in 30 million every year, which still, even if it maxes out at 308 million, it's ridiculously small. And you think 30 million a year, that's nothing. That would bring it up to 155 in a year, then it'd be 180, and then it would be 210. So that's a lot of time for those coins to be, put in circulation. But it's an up and coming layer one. Definitely do your research on this. This is one that I'm gonna be keeping a very close eye on, and I'm bullish on this long term. It's a privacy enhancing proof of stake public blockchain with instant finality. Yeah, you can definitely read all that by yourself, but I can't recommend anything, but I think this would be a great coin to look into. Could definitely run in the next bull run. I think people are saying 100 to 150. You saw what happened to all the layer ones last bull run, like Solana and everything like that. Those things ripped. So with that, guys, I have time to chart one more coin for you tonight. One more coin, and then I gotta go to bed. I have to be into work early tomorrow, unfortunately. There's a good chance I might jump on and do another live stream tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see where the day takes me. So who wants the last coin of the night? Like, no, I just shilled Azro, and I was like, come on, man, should I be shilling Azro? If I don't tell people about Azro, then the price will stay low and I can buy more, right? BTC is about ready to flip bullish. RSI is low, so yeah, after the next bull run, that is my plan. I'm trying to play this the best I can. I'm not investing in any shit coins. I'm investing in utility coins. I bought in at pretty dang good prices right now. And for me, retirement isn't just sitting on my ass. If I am able to accumulate enough money to where I don't have to work again, I'm still gonna be doing crypto. I'll probably do something on the side. I love being outdoors. You know, maybe I'll volunteer like a state park or something like that. And honestly, retirement for me is, you know, if I pay off my house and I'm able to work a part-time job just for the fun of it, work any type of job I want regardless of pay, that'd be pretty dang cool. That's kind of my goal. My goal isn't to make millions and millions of dollars. My goal, I have a certain mindset, or if you're part of the Discord channel, I've talked about a certain goal in mind that I want to reach during the next bull run. And once I reach that financial goal, it'll make a lot of stuff a lot easier. I could pay off the house and everything like that, have some money left over. I could be doing this crypto thing on the side with you guys, be doing a lot more live streams, make a lot more videos. I could work any job I want regardless of pay. It would just be a really chill, relaxing lifestyle. So that's kind of my long-term goal. So hopefully that plays out. Hopefully crypto doesn't shit the bed. Okay, so we got a couple more coins. I did go over the Terra Lunas and Haka earlier in the live stream, so I'll just go over it very, very fast. I think I remember what I said. So Haka right now is currently testing this resistance that actually just flipped into support. MACD is about ready to flip bullish. I think a movement up to around 1.3 on Haka is going to be the move. That's approximately a 20% pump, I believe, from what I remember. That's a 13% pump. The 20% pump is up here to the 236 at 1.4. So I actually think the 1.4 movement on Haka would be the case. So Haka's about ready to flip bullish. I have a lot. This is my moonshot shitcoin gamble. Like, this coin can easily go to zero. I've mentioned that before. So definitely do your own research on this coin. Definitely don't invest money if you're not willing to lose it, because this could easily go to zero as much as it can go 100x. I recently uploaded a video on this, I believe earlier this week on Haka. It was like my 100x moonshot gamble coin. So if you want more in-depth TA on that, check out that video. But for the short term right now, what we need to focus on for Haka is the 618 at 1.2. If we break above 1.2, the next stops would be the 382 here at 1.3. We are about ready to flip bullish on the MACD. RSI is low to run, so I don't see why Haka wouldn't pump. When Haka pumps, we have the big green candles. It pumps just as fast as it retraces. I'm not looking to flip this or anything. I have a decent sized bag of it. It's staked on KuCoin. I'm not looking to accumulate any more of it. But short term right now, it's bullish. I'd be keeping an eye on a 13% pump on Haka. So with that, I went over Terra Luna. I'll just refresh it. I'll just do that real quick. Oh shoot. So I said Luna is about ready to flip bullish, which it did. MACD is low, so Luna actually looks like it might see a decent sized movement up as well. Let me redo this fib. I said we're kind of in no man's land right now. We're currently getting rejected at the 786. We really need to get above the 786 in order for a continuation. You can see we currently are moving down, but we are bullish on the MACD and the RSI is low. So there's that fib there. And then I believe I had this micro fib right here to validate where we're currently at. Yeah, so on this micro fib right here, we're currently getting stopped at the 618. So I think this bounce point at the 618 is going to be the case. I think $2.95 to $2.90 is going to be a bounce point. And then once we get that bounce there on this micro fib, we'll see that movement up to around $3.60. And then the bullish, if you want trading crypto to become bullish or speak bullishness, the next step would be the 618 up here at around $4.20. So we'd have to assess that situation at that time. That would print a lower low, and it still would validate this downwards movement. So for the short term right now, I'm going to have to be bullish on Luna. Like I said, we're currently getting held up on the micro 618. So keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on 295. If we fall below, or 294, if we fall below 294, the 786 is the next stop at 250. But more likely than not, I'm bullish on it. All the indicators are indicating that there's going to be a movement to the upside on Luna. So SLP. Wow, I don't remember what I charted back here. Last time I charted it, I don't remember where, but lots of scribbles. SLP is about ready to flip bullish on the bullet. It's having a bullish crossover in the MACD. RSI reset. You can see we definitely stopped by the Moon Juice Factory for a while since the 14th. We were there from the 14th all the way till today to the 16th. So we were there for 2 whole days. Got our fill, and we're currently getting ready to blast off. So short term, we'll do a micro fib on this. Short term, we're currently, let me blow this up for you. Currently working our way up towards the 786, so keep an eye on 00 or 364. We break above 364, we have this main resistance at 003. Inevitably, I do think Sleepy Love Potion goes back up to the 618 at 375 on the short term. 375 on the short term is a 3% pump. And if we get above that 618, the way that we're reset on the RSI and the MACD, I think the peak could be around 389. If we take a general look at where we go on the RSI, it looks like every time we tag this lower area in the past, we have had a decent size run up to around 70. Besides August. August was not the case, but if you look at the life history of this, more likely than not, that's the case. It plays out, tagging the bottom, going back up to 70. So that if that was the case, and you want to play that risk, you know, risk reward, you know, history doesn't repeat, but it does rhyme. That movement would bring us up to around 3.8. But on the short term right now, what we need to do for that to be valid is we have to get above the 786 here at 364. We get above 364, the next stop's 369 here at this resistance. So keep an eye on this resistance. That's going to be the storyteller. So 369 in the short term. If we break above 369, then that Moonish Boy talk that I just did would be valid up to the 382 at 388. So this resistance at 369 is going to be the storyteller. Let's keep an eye on that upwards movement there. BTC now bullish, or is it a trap? So the thing about BTC is I've seen a lot of people saying that this is going to be a huge run up here in the next week. BTC heading up to around 22, 23, and then from there the nuke's going to drop, the hammer's going to drop, and we'll be shit in the bed hardcore. As of right now, I'm still bearish on BTC in the long term. I still think we're going to see that one more large drop. I mean, recession's running rampant across the world and everything like that. You know, markets are taking a shit. Bitcoin has a little relief rally, and everyone's like, hey, we're bullish. But as of right now, I do think we will be seeing some upwards bullish movement on BTC, but in the longer term, we are going to be bearish. I'm going to be bearish on it. As of right now for BTC, the main area we need to keep an eye on is the 618 here at 20,013. That's where we're currently tailing up. MACD is just flipped bullish, RSI is low, so that is indicating that BTC looks like it wants to move up. So what we need to keep an eye on is the 618 here at 20,120. The next stop would be this main resistance at 20,045. We break above 20,045, 2109 would be the next stop. The only way we reach this 22 is if we enter overbought. So I think the highest we run possibly is 21 to 22, or yeah, 21 to 21.5 on BTC, and that's just being bullish. I mean, this is going to be a pretty heavy area to get over this resistance. You can see it was really big in this consolidation before we crapped the bed down here. You can see we consolidated between this general area where we're at right now. So this could just be a similar repeat to back here. You can see we fell below it, tagged it down here, just kept consolidating between here before we had that another big drop down to 18,000. So just keep an eye. I mean, that would be a head and shoulders. You know, you'd have the shoulders, head, shoulders, and then whatever happens from there happens. But as of right now in the short term, keep an eye on the 618. I do think we will be seeing 20,000 BTC at this main resistance area. Sweet coin. Can't chart that, chef. Is that one of your shit coins that you invested? Give me the acronym for it, because I can't find it anywhere. Unless you're talking about sweet economy. Azrael's like buying Solana at $1. I couldn't agree more. So ArcBlock ABT is down 2.2% at 13.7 cents, 186 million total, 98 million circulating, 13.5 million market cap. All-time high in this coin was 165 4 years ago. All-time low was 2 years ago at 4.9 cents. Currently available on the following exchanges down here. So let's get into ABT. I think I did it on this one last. Let me just take a look. Yeah, I did. Last time I charted it. Last time I charted it was, whoa, August 19th. I don't think this is the right chart. 1 second. There we go. So ABT right now has just been doing a massive consolidation. We've been pretty much consolidating since August 28th. We've been bouncing between the support resistance area since August 28th. Consolidation is a bullish thing in my personal opinion. It just means people are willing to accumulate that coin at the same price for a very long period of time. And eventually the coins at those prices dry up and there's nowhere for the price to go but up. But let's blow this up and take a little deeper dive into it. I think last time I remember charting this, I decided, hey, it's just going to consolidate. You can see RSI has just been consolidating. MACD has just been consolidating. MACD is about ready to flip bullish. So inevitably, I think the consolidation is going to continue, and it looks like it wants to head up to around 15 cents. That's without me drawing any fibs. I mean, I can draw some micro fibs here to try to back that up, but I'm just going to be going off the history of the coin right now. I'm going to be calling a run up to around 15 cents and just consolidation until BTC decides what it wants to do. So there really is no blast off or crap in the bed scenario for this. So I'd be keeping an eye on another 9% movement to the upside. So I'm going to be bullish on this coin, approximately 9% up. The crazy part about this is your lifeline. This 1-3 is your lifeline. You can see there really is no other support down here. We have this huge run up here, retrace back to the 50 on that large run, and we're just consolidating right now. So if we have a big drop below 13 cents, it's going to be bad news bears. It is going to be bad. You can see there is a general support area back here at around 10 cents. So if we fall below 13 cents, it's going to get pretty nasty. 16% drop back down to 10 cents. So that's the thing about ABT. That's your lifeline 1-3, and we've just been consolidating. I think we're going to continue to consolidate. You can see we're about ready to flip bullish. RSI is reset, not reset, but the RSI is at a lower level. So nonetheless, keep an eye on 115. I can draw a fib to back that up, I guess. So currently working my way up to the 786, 618, and the 382 is at 115. So yeah, 115 I believe is the next move. This is your lifeline though. Write this in big bold letters on a sticky note and slap that bad boy on your forehead so you don't forget it. If this thing falls below 1-3, if this thing touches 12 cents, it's game over. This huge run up's going to be invalid, and it's just going to be retraced down to 10 cents. So it's pretty risky right now in my personal opinion, but you do you. But as of right now, short term, I'm bullish up to 15 cents. So I got 2 more coins left to chart, guys, and then I'm gonna have to go to bed. I have to wake up early in the morning. I'd appreciate if you guys smash that like button. That would really help my channel out. Also, if you guys want, you can join my Discord. The link is in the description below. I'm on there daily. Great group of people on there. I'll most likely be doing another live stream tomorrow, same time. I start at 7:30 p.m. EST time. I'll probably do a live stream tomorrow just to see what the market's going to be doing over the weekend. But as of right now, I'm going to be looking at Monvele and then GRT. MONAV. Here we go. Mona. So Mona's down 3.6% at, wow, $604.31. Max supply is 11,300. Total supply is 10,414, and only has a 6 million market cap. Man, this is set up to rip. If this survives the bear market anyways, with the market cap and the low supply, I bet the all-time high in this is crazy. All-time high a year ago is $2,843. All-time low was 3 months ago at 123. Never heard of this coin. Looks like it came out December 2020. Currently available on the following exchanges down here, Coinbase being the leader. Let's look at it. Ew, not that chart. Oh no, fell below the main support at 617. MACD's bearish. MACD really hasn't been doing much, but it's bearish right now. The next support is down here at 545. Is it 550? Looks like it's 5. Yeah, 1 second, let me zoom in a little bit. Yeah, right there. Okay, so you actually fell below this last support channel, main support. So this isn't good. This is not good at all. You guys really need to retake 617. Otherwise, it looks like that's a nasty drop. I don't think we're going down to 500. 14%. Well, let's see what the fibs say. Let's see what the fibs say. Okay, so as of right now, you haven't touched the 786 yet. So you got that as a support. So I guess 585 is your lifeline, it looks like. 585 is the 786. We need to bounce off the 585 in order to maintain life on this coin. So I'd be keeping an eye on the 786 here at around 585 for a possible move back up. If we break below the 786, the next stop's going to be 520. It's going to get nasty. It's going to get very, very nasty. So, and there's really no bullish movement in sight. We've just been in a downtrend for a while. RSI is at 39, so the RSI is low, but we're getting very, very close to this. So I would honestly be very cautious on this right now. My personal opinion, I don't know if you like hearing this or not. I think there might be better buying opportunities to come. Personally, I wouldn't be buying right now. I think I'd be trying to play this $5 or $520 capitulation event. Yeah, I don't see this reversing. I don't see this reversing anytime soon. I see this more as a bearish movement. I think we're just gonna see that big capitulation down. You can see we had this huge pump right here, but that's because the RSI was oversold. So we were oversold back here, and then the RSI pumps. So oversold, they had that huge run, and then we've just been bleeding since, and we haven't even come back down. So the RSI is actually pretty high for a coin like this. 786 is your lifeline. 585, fall below that. The next stop is 520. I'm bearish on this, unfortunately. Sweat, not sweet. New on KuCoin. Okay, GRT. So GRT is not looking bad. The RSI actually is pretty low in my personal opinion. MACD isn't really bullish yet, but we're kind of just bopping out at a neutral level there. Looks like every time we enter a low area like this on the RSI, let me draw just a mean line so I can see it throughout the history. Yeah, so this coin retraces back to the 13 quite a bit. So let's keep an eye on this. So short term right now, we're getting rejected at the main resistance at 10.7 cents. If I draw a fib on this, body to body, body to wick, bounce off the 786, currently testing this resistance right here. So there's two different scenarios I see going on here. We had the slightly upwards movement. A lot of coins that we looked at tonight had the slight upwards movement with the big drop. So, and they're putting in lower highs and lower lows. So a lower high here would be the 618 at around 11 cents. I'd be keeping an eye on 11 cents top. If we do break above 11 cents, that would be the reversal up to 11.6. But at the short term right now, I do think this coin is going to be heading up towards 11 cents. That's approximately a 3 to 4% gain from there. If we do get rejected at this resistance, though, it's going to be another capitulation event similar to the coin before this, back down to around 10 cents. So keep an eye on this resistance area at 10.7. If we get rejected, it looks like it wants to head down here to 9.6. But so the storyteller is going to be this resistance area. You guys definitely have the juice to do it. The RSI is low. MACD is pretty much stagnant. I'm just looking at the past though, and you have bounced here to the overbought. You did bounce off here to the overbought, and you're currently at that level again. So a bounce off to the overbought would actually bring you up to a decent sized move. But short term right now, I'm going to be slightly bullish on it. I'm going to be bullish up to the 618 at 11.1. We break above 11.1. I think the highest that we would go is around 11.7, 12 cents. RSI is definitely able to do it if we enter the overbought territory. So two areas I need to keep an eye on is here, 786, and then 11. So I'm gonna be bullish on GRT. Not sweet, sweat. Okay, I'm guessing you're talking about this one, Sweat Economy. So Sweat Economy, this is what I'm going to do anyways, because that's the only sweat on here. Down 5.1% at 5.2 cents. Infinite max supply, to be careful of that. Circulating supply of 2 billion, that's quite a bit of coins with 105 million market cap. All-time high was 9.1 cents 3 days ago. It actually hit an all-time high 3 days ago. All-time low was 4 days ago. If you bought this 4 days ago, you'd be up 639%. That is crazy. If you look at the max, that's because the coin just came out. So this is definitely the coin you're talking about. It's crazy that it just came out and already has 2 billion coins in circulation with an infinite supply. So that's kind of a red flag for me, but it is what it is. In 4 days, 639%. Let's look at it. Since it's so new, there isn't going to be any data. So I'm going to try to make this up as I go. So we're at the 4 hour. We're actually probably going to drop down to a tighter time frame so we can get a little bit more data to work off of. Here we go. So we're charting on the 15 minutes, so these moves are going to be a lot more volatile than the 4 and 10. This coin's fairly new. You can see the initial coin launch. Everybody sells. Everyone's like, hey, it's a new coin, I'm going to buy. And then you have that retracement right here. Remember, this is a short time frame. Each one of these candles is 15 minutes. So even though it looks like there's a long chart here, it's only on the 15 minutes. So as of right now, we entered the overbought territory on the RSI. MACD in time frames like this, you don't even use MACD. MACD is useless on short-term time frames like this. It looks like we want to retrace. Looks like every time we enter the overbought and we retrace, we enter into an oversold category. So this is approximately a 60, what was that? Let me pull this. That is a 92% retracement from there on the RSI. So from here to there, that is 40. If we trace 48%. So short term right now, I'd be keeping an eye on the 232. 232 is a general support area since the coin launched, it looks like. So the 232 fell, and that's where we found a little bit of support before we recapitulated. We had the huge run up. 232 is oh, we're turning to BTC. Oh, whatever. So convert that to USD. So BTC at 232. 232 was held up back here. So it looks like it wants to drop back down to that 232 Bitcoin. So that would be, let's do USD real quick. Tether. That would be 4.6 cents. 4.6 cents has been acting as their support since the coin's been launched. There's not a lot of data on this, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. So, you know, it hasn't really been in the market that long. But in the short term right now, we got rejected at this resistance at 5.6. MACD is bearish, RSI is overbought. So short term, keep an eye on 4644. That has been the main support area for this coin since it came out. So short term, it looks like it wants to drop approximately 10%. Yeah, I could definitely see that happening 10%. So keep an eye on a 10% drop, 4.6 cents. So with that, guys, I am going to end the live stream. I appreciate everybody that came out tonight. I appreciate if you smash that like button. That'd be very, very helpful. If you haven't already, make sure you join my Discord channel. The link is below in the description. I'm also doing NFT giveaways every now and again. I was doing NFT and swag giveaways, but certain situations came up where I'm not able to do that every weekend now. So as of right now, I'm doing NFT giveaways, and I will get back to doing the swag giveaways as well. So I don't know if I'll do an NFT giveaway tomorrow or not. We're still working on the NFTs to be created. If you want to see what the NFTs look like, Chef Natron has a couple NFTs. I have my OpenSeas account linked below in the description as well. And if you want to support the channel even further, you can become a YouTube channel member, similar to how Chef Natron has that B next to his name, how Vlad has a B next to his name, and how our new member MH, who just joined the OG club today, became a member, will also have the Bitcoin logo next to his name, which will change for every month that you're a member. So with that, guys, I appreciate everybody coming out tonight, and I will attempt to do another live stream tomorrow. Just, you know, click that notification bell and you'll be updated then. So I'll catch you guys next time on Trading Crypto live stream. I'll stay around in the chat just for a little bit to see what's going on. So thanks everyone. I'll catch you guys tomorrow.